The main character looks at the person asking first question standing before the elf instructor from the prestigious Call Illyriate family. She immediately sets the tone, coldly informing the recruits that she demands to be seen as a warrior, not as a woman, when complimented for her looks by the young girl, the 19-year-old, who treats this military orientation like a fan-me-tanned greet. Instead of asking a tactical question, she screams at the top of her lungs, "You're the most beautiful elf I've ever seen." The instructor stares daggers at her, noting dryly that she asked for a question, not a review of her appearance. However, the atmosphere shifts instantly when the next recruit steps forward. It's a tattooed man named Jin Chong-hyuk. He's sweating bullets, clearly wrestling with a heavy conscience. He asks a dangerous question: can ex-convicts also receive this training? She doesn't kick him out. Instead, she offers him a path to redemption, telling him that if he has committed a crime, he must work harder than anyone else to fulfill his duties. Finally, the instructor turns her attention to a quiet young man named Yang Soo-hyuk. She reveals she has taken a personal interest in him, which confuses the rest of the class. But she decides words aren't enough, she needs to test their limits. The sage asks the instructor if she is going to be training everyone new recruit all by herself in embarrassment, while being told my elf that she has taken interest in him. She further adds that she will be supported by Earth instructors while she overlooks the practical training. The sage finds that very interesting and is ready to take the challenge. However, a fellow recruit starts insulting the instructor, doubting her to being strong enough to mentor them. The elf instructor overhears the guy, and there will be no mercy, she warns, and suddenly, she unleashes a crushing wave of magical wind. The pressure is catastrophic. The recruits drop to their knees instantly, clutching their throats and gasping for air. It's a scene of total domination. She decides words aren't enough, she needs to test their limits. While she is angry, she remembers that they are her students, so she doesn't go all out. But when the dust settles, the instructor is left stunned. In the center of the chaos, Yang Soo-hyuk is still standing. He's not gasping, he's not trembling. He's just standing there, looking confused. The instructor panics internally. How did a level 1 novice with zero combat experience withstand a pressure that flattened everyone else? She realizes this is no ordinary recruit. He is an anomaly she needs to watch closely. The physical hell ends, but the mental torture begins. The instructor announces that the theory class period will last for 30 grueling days. The classes have now started. Recruits have to give their all from the get-go or they will fail. We cut to the classroom, where the lethal warrior instructor is now armed with a piece of chalk. She acts like a sniper, firing chalk projectiles at high velocity to wake up dozing students. Even Soo-hyuk, the man who withstood her magical aura, finds himself fighting a losing battle against sleep deprivation. The sage apologizes, asks the elf instructor to hold back her power. While the sage is trying to pay attention in the class, he notices a red-haired guy staring at him. As soon as he looks at the red-haired guy, he had already started looking the other way so to not get caught. The sage gets confused but decided not to think too much of it. While the sage is not paying attention in the class again, the instructor blasts another chalk at the sage with full power, catching him off guard again. He starts thinking about how he was treated as God in other world and how he is treated here. The class come to end and he can finally breathe. During the breaks, the recruits try to make sense of what happened in the auditorium. Back IE on corner, Soo-hyuk, eyes sparkling. Is your heart made of steel or something? How did you endure that? Soo-hyuk, who honestly doesn't know why he wasn't affected, shrugs it off. I have the same ordinary heart as you. I was just lucky. He lies or thinks he's lying. This humility backfires in the best way possible. Jin Chong-hyuk, the ex-convict, is overhearing this. He is struck by how cool Soo-hyuk is acting. To him, Soo-hyuk is a powerhouse who is modest enough to claim it was luck. Jin actually apologizes for staring, admitting he just really admires Soo-hyuk. His classmates think he's a mysterious loner, but the truth is much more wholesome. He's just rushing home to have dinner with his family. The 30 days of torture come to an end, and it's time for the written exam results. The tension is high because of a terrifying rumor. If you fail the written exam once, you are cursed to fail forever. Even the cool Soo-hyuk was terrified of this, studying desperately to avoid being kicked out. The trio gathers around the digital board. The ex-convict, Jin, is shaking like a leaf. When the results pop up, he screams, not in pain, but in joy. He passed. He weeps openly, shouting that he can finally be proud in front of his younger siblings. It's a genuinely touching moment for the guy. And finally, everyone looks at Soo-hyuk. The man who slept in class, the man who ran away from study groups, the man who looked bored during the pressure test. Yang Soo-hyuk, the level 1 anomaly, has beaten everyone in the theory exam. He stands there, looking as stoic as ever, solidifying his reputation as the most mysterious, overpowered, and confusing recruit in the entire batch. The practical training come out next, and if the written exam was any indication, the instructors have no idea what they are in for.